This is the Galaxy Report for Saturday, April 22nd, 2006.
I know Cool, and Cool's teaming up with a good balanced breakfast.
Teaming up with Mr. T cereal, that's getting on the team that knows how cool breakfast can be. You get a crispy corn taste with a touch of brown sugar. Teaming up with Mr. T.
It's Cool.
Teaming up with Mr. T, golden sweet crispy teas. One bite and you're gonna be eating with the team that's teaming up with Mr. T.
It's Cool.
Teaming up with Mr. T.
Welcome to the Galaxy Report. I'm Farika Saka. I am joined this week by my co-host Flipside. Flip, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Good. And we have a lurker in the background. I don't know if he wants to be called a co-host, but Galactic Senator Meat Puppet has joined us, so every now and then he will probably chime in with something. Meat Puppet, how you doing?
Yeah, great. How are you?
Good. Do you want us to call you Meat Puppet, or would you rather go by
No, for the love of God, don't. Just call me Josh.
Okay, we'll call you
I hate
Josh.
that.
Okay. Well, we don't have quite the show that we had for you last week, and that one ran an hour 45, a little bit longer than I wanted. But this is what we were going to go over this week. We have Rogue 5's comlink. We have Helios' Speed Discussion thread. Julio's No Trade Post. That should tick off some of you. The House of Commons chat. What we're looking forward to in Publish 28. We're going to throw around a couple of things that we look forward to. Not going to go over everything because we want to save something for next week's show. We have the Friday feature, and we'll do some Q&A. All right. Let's go with the comlink. Flip, what do you think about it?
Comlink? Well, when was his last update on that?
Well, he just did a comlink for April 21st.
Okay, I didn't read that one.
Oh, you didn't read that one?
I didn't. Nope.
Okay. Basically, what this one is it just mentions Publish 28, saying it's coming out Tuesday, April 25th. Knock on wood. He mentions the community summits. He updates the published outline, kind of revamps what he put out a couple weeks ago, or months ago, back in February, whenever that was. And just gives the updated information that we received if you were at any of the summits. And it says over the next few weeks we're going to talk about Publish 29. They're going to give us more details on that. So there's not a lot to it, just kind of catching everyone up to speed who, for the most part, hasn't been paying attention to the community summit threads and the forums. So you didn't miss much. You're lucky.
Yeah. I wonder what they're planning for the 3 or 4 year veteran rewards. That'd be kind of interesting to see what they're going to do with that.
Holograms and paintings.
They better not.
It will involve holograms and paintings.
Well, if they're going to do that, I want a ceiling rug.
And they're all going to be no trade.
I want a jukebox.
It'd be sweet ceiling fans.
Yeah, but what would you get a Rebel ceiling fan, an Empire ceiling fan?
Nothing fancy like that. I just want a ceiling fan. I don't know. You have everything else in your house now. You have rugs, you have furniture.
Well, would it do something special though?
Yeah, it would spin.
Now, they'd probably get it wrong. There'd be a bug in it.
It blows you out of your house. That's the bug. Okay. Since there's not much to talk about with the Rogue 5's comlink, let's move on. Now, remember, we got to try to make the show about an hour long, so we can't do this with every topic. This one is sure to, get some people going, is Helios' Speed Discussion thread. He posted about the speed of combat, what we thought about it, should it be slowed down. I, for one, think that I don't know if the speed of combat should slow down. I think the speed of the people during combat should slow down. I do not like the constant burst run feeling. Faster combat, I'm all for, but I don't want my people running around at burst speed at all times. Flip?
Well, I really don't want this. I like the speed of battles going as fast as they are. I don't like how you duel or even fighting for long periods of time because that can get really, not strenuous, but it takes forever and it takes the fun out of it.
Now, I don't know, when the NGE first hit, myself and Gyron were running around and we were dueling each other, and we were running in and out of buildings, avoiding each other, and our battles lasted quite a while. I don't know.
Well, that's probably because you were using weapons at the time that you weren't suited for.
No, they were weapons we were supposed to be using. But we really didn't have, we didn't have a problem making them last as long as we used kind of some of the features in the landscape, like ducking in and out of buildings, things like that. Here's the long pause of silence.
Well, they're going to be taking that weapon hindrance icon off now when we're fighting in the published 28.
So does that not affect us at all at this point?
It doesn't even affect us right now. It just pops up. So they're just going to be, that's a little glitch, a little bug.
I don't know. This is like 2 topics and we're only 5 minutes into the show. I don't like this.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know what? In the published 28, I'm kind of curious why they decided to make the rebellion more secure on Talos City of Nashville. Why is that city going to be more of a rebellion city, while Feed obviously is gonna have its presence more known by the Emperor? That makes sense, but why Talos on Nashville?
Why not?
I don't know. I was thinking more, I don't know about Anchorhead, but somewhere else. I don't know. But at least the half-built structures are going to be gone.
That's always a plus. Meat Puppet, what are your thoughts on, Josh, what are your thoughts on the whole combat speed?
I like the idea of slowing it down a little bit. Like you said, everything's in burst mode right now. Like when you sit down, you fire right into that chair. I wouldn't mind having it slow down a little. You can prolong battles, like you said, by running around. But the problem is nobody does that. Nobody does that. Everybody just wants to stand there and whip each other like they used to.
You want that turn-based thing again, where you don't have to use your environment, and that's why.
Yeah, people. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say I'm really looking forward to when they add some of the collision detection, a line of sight, and adding the rocks and trees and being able to duck behind logs. Just use stuff like that to break up some of the fire.
I'm looking forward to that too, but the only thing I fear about that is that's, again, moving towards Battlefront 2, and I think people are going to resent that. It's a cool concept. People are complaining about it being like a first-person shooter now, which it really isn't. And I don't think that's going to do much to, boost their confidence that we're going to be getting physics.
Yeah, and, the whole first-person shooter thing, obviously these people have never played, like, Call of Duty or Battlefield 1942 or anything like that, so I don't know. I think they grabbed that from somebody and decided to run with it, but
yeah, I think they're comparing it to Battlefront 2 too much.
Yeah, you know what? It's fun. It makes battling more interactive. Gets rid of some of the macro wars. But yeah, speed will bring it down just a touch. Just how fast we move during speed, and then when you add those sprint stims, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but at least they slow it down and give Jedi their animations back to some degree. I think that's why we don't have animations for Jedi right now. They're too fast.
Could you imagine
see a Jedi whipping his saber out? Yeah, like Jedi, they're so quick right now. If you just hold down the left click, you move at like superhuman speed, just ripping the guy apart. I can see what they're complaining about melee.
What's your current building game?
I got like 5 characters. I'm playing Commando on my main. Medic on my alt, and then I have I hate to say it, but I have a hooker. I dressed my alt as a treasure troll dominatrix with a fishing pole for a whip, and I just run around Mos Eisley soliciting and actually make a pretty penny on her. So yeah, look for Maydeen on Starsider.
Well, it was nice that you were in the Galactic Senate program for as long as you have been, and they're about to kick you out now, so. After that one.
I had a good run.
Okay, no one's commenting on it. I'm not getting any questions on it, so I'll move on to our next topic. Helios no trade post. There was some confusion between the developers at the different summits about the no trade status of our summit prizes, our nice little paintings we get, either the Emperor holding the worlds or the Rebel. Whatever the Rebels get, who cares? Nobody really cares. We don't like Rebels. But Julio thought it would be no problem. We'll make it no trade, and I guess it's become a bigger issue than what they originally thought. So they've decided they're going to go no trade. Now, I don't quite see what everybody's problem is with things being no trade. I mean, at some point, there has to be status items in the game that only certain people can get. I can understand them wanting to have an economy, but to have, what's the problem with having an item like this where, I've attended the summit, I'm going to put up. It's not a weapon that affects anybody. you're not, it doesn't make somebody better in PvP. It doesn't make them better in PvE. It's just an item that they can hang in their house. So there's really, it's a status symbol. So I don't know why people are so upset about it, except for the people who want to make their few $1 million selling it, like Flipside.
Hey, now I do everything else in the game for credits. I don't trade my good, like I just got the ranker for my whatever reward it was. I'm keeping that.
But do you have a problem? I mean, you're a big going out, getting loot and selling it. Do you have an issue with it?
Well, the thing is, I wouldn't trade mine. I don't understand why anybody would really want to trade it. It's more, like you said, it's a status symbol. It shows how long of a player you've been, and you walk into your house, hey, look at this guy, look at everything he's collected. I don't have a problem really with it being a tradable item, because I'm going to keep mine, but I think, like you said, it's going to be something that somebody wants to make credits off of.
That's the only
I
thing.
do like the goggles.
You want the goggles?
Sorry, no, I was thinking it was like the goggles. No one ever complained about the special edition goggles not being no trade.
Well, I had a problem with them being, some people would put them on and they look too Miami Vices.
Well, the Japanese ones are cool. They had the monocle.
I want a monocle.
I want one too, but it's like, $100. I can't speak Japanese.
That's what we should be complaining about right now. We want the damn monocles. Who cares about these no trade posters? We want monocles in the game.
All the Wookiees get them.
Stupid Wookiees.
Well, they could have made the Imperial poster painting, whatever it was, a little better. The Palpatine looks fat in that picture, if you've ever seen it.
Well, he did get kind of disfigured in, if
So does that make him lose weight by the time he gets to Return of the Jedi, then?
Well, yeah. His body's deteriorating.
Or is he just on the Atkins diet or something?
Well, I have seen people on the Atkins diet, and they do look like they're dead, so maybe. Wow, we're just burning through topics.
Well, DK is going to be off for further notice as well. They're not going to be bringing that back anytime soon.
Yeah,
You're just random topic man, aren't you?
Well, just trying to find something if we can bring up a conversation about it.
Let's talk about the House of Commons chat. I got a question asked in there. Anybody else? Was anybody else there?
Not me. I was at work at the time.
I read the summary, but I found those to be pretty bland. It's like the dev team just switches into PR mode when they do a House of Commons chat.
Well, they have a macro going, so.
Well, I don't know I don't think the problem's really the dev team as much as it is the questions being asked. And I don't know. I mean, one, the problem is the people asking the questions, and then two, it's how some of these questions get through, like the UI changes that Julio was talking. People were like, "So are you going to change the UI?" Julio, "No, we're not going to change the UI." Someone comes back, "So you're going to allow us to change the UI?" Blah blah blah. No, you're not going to be allowed to change the UI. How does a question like that get asked multiple times? The people should be filtering the questions better. And it was supposed to be about published, 28 and 29? And there's just random questions coming out of this thing that have nothing to do with 28 or 29. And that people would just read the dev tracker occasionally. They would know these things. Any plans for the village?
I miss the village. I miss Bedrock.
I think that'll be coming back, but not anytime soon.
Not in the near future.
Published 35.
I'm just kind of I'm skimming through it, and really there wasn't anything asked that would get them to add anything. I asked about the weapons retrofitting that they're going to bring in 29, which basically is going to pull the damage instead of going based off of your level. It's going to be based on the weapon again. So they're going to bring the stats back to the weapon, which is kind of what it should have been in the first place anyways.
But don't you get to choose one weapon of your choice and only that one is retrofitted?
No, every weapon's going to be retrofitted.
Okay.
So everything you loot will have damage stats. Meaningful damage stats.
I can see conversion problems happening there.
Oh yeah, of course. Uber weapons are going to be crap.
Yeah.
That just tends to happen, though. But it's a good idea. I don't know why they went away from it in the first place. Silence. I'm going to mark that down and edit that out so it sounds like we just had like one long continuous conversation.
But you know what? I was really interested. This is another off topic of me, but really interested in the Ackley armor quest. I love when they put in new items, and I really thought it was going to be a brand new armor that we haven't seen before. And I was surprised that nobody really mentioned it, and it just hits Test Center, and I wanted to get more information on it. Found out just today that it looks just like Chitin armor, and the stats aren't even that great. And it's not like it's something for a newbie, because you have to go in there pretty much, anywhere between level 80 and 90 just to fight the sucker, and who wants it? It's not tradable either.
So there's nothing special about it?
Nothing really special. I heard the stats aren't very good. It's a no-trade item, and it looks like Chitin armor, and it's probably pink by all that, too, so who knows?
Yeah, they should have given the Marauder armor out if they got it on the TC right now. They got those, the Assault and Battle Marauder armor. It's been sitting on Test Center since the NGE, and they still haven't touched yet.
I would like to see them kind of do like WoW has. They've done it a couple times where they put armor in the game, kind of like the class-specific armor. And people were complaining, it's like, wow, this looks crappy. They're like, no, just relax. It's placeholder. It's just placeholding armor. And they come out with this like really elaborate armor that everything just kind of gets switched to when they put the new art in the game. If anything, I mean, make it have crappy stats, but make it look cool. Like the Ackley armor. Just make it look cool. People will want it. That's how you can drive people out doing quests. Just make the stuff look different. Even if it's a bracer with, I don't know, a flame on it or something. It could look like something from those guys from the West Coast Choppers, the bike guys, how they trick everything out. Just change the way stuff looks. They could do the same thing with guns. Same stats, just make it look different.
That's what I missed too, when weaponsmiths made their guns. Like, if you bought an EE3, you could add on the scope and things like that. Everyone's gun looked kind of different. And then the stocks and stuff like that. Now we've really lost a lot of that.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to see some of that stuff come back. A little bit. I'm still looking over the House of Commons chat. Yes, I am bringing us back there. But one thing they mentioned, that they had toyed around with the idea of killing NPCs will get a bounty on you. They will not be bringing that in. So there will not be forced PvP. I don't know. I thought it was kind of a cool idea though. If you went around killing too many, like maybe if you did it in a certain amount of time. So if you just spent your time running around Theed, killing all the Imperial stormtroopers around Theed, that you would get a bounty on you just to, I don't know, try to get people to spread out a little bit, but people don't want forced PvP.
People don't want anything.
Yeah, everybody wants to complain, but nobody knows what they want.
People want everything until they get it.
Yeah.
The 20k limit's not going to be removed on the Bazaar, which is good.
Yeah, they would put a bullet in Crafting's head.
It's already on life support until they get the reverse engineering in.
Yeah. Well, Crafters are going to have a new wind with the bounty system, because on Test Center, people have just been driving around and blowing up people's swoops and then dropping the mission. So I can see the vehicle business making a rebound for those vehicle restoration kits.
I'm going to have to respec so I can make those. What do you have to be?
Anything. Anything that has Crafter.
Oh, okay. My Alt can do that.
Or as I know. And I've been stockpiling those 30k resource kits, so I'm set.
So did you mine for your own asteroid ore for that? Is it ore?
It's different ores. I did a little bit of mining. It's pretty fun, but there's a bit of a problem right now if asteroids flying off the map. So I pretty much just asked them. Pardon me?
What did you say?
No, I just asked all my friends who were quitting for their 30k resource kits, and I got like 10 of them laying around now.
I was going to say, what vehicle you use in space for mining? Do you actually use the mining vehicle, or do you use like
that doesn't really work.
Fighter?
No, I don't really like the mining vehicle. That's only good if you have like 5 or 6 people. It looks cool. It's got like a captain's chair right out of Star Trek or something. But I have to fess up.
You did not just mention Star Trek, did you?
No, Star Trek 11, everybody. Coming out. 2008. No, I used the Jedi Starfighter. The worst thing ever. It's got like a hitbox the size of an atom, but it's really good for mining.
That's what I figured, because if you got pirates on your butt, then you can use your guns and then also have a mining laser.
Yeah. Good old EMP, too.
Are we done with this space talk? Because I said last week I was going to start getting into space, and I lied. I haven't got into space yet.
Oh, space is awesome.
Do you play with a joystick or keyboard?
I play with my mouse, so I have my joystick here, but I can't really eat and fly with it, so. I'm not worried about being good. I fly that stupid RX-170 Starfighter because it looks cool.
I'm going to have to get someone to help me and just grind me through space just so I can get out of like the first tier. So I think I'm
you could do it.
1111 or 1100 or something like
Some
that.
funky wheel. It's the wheel now. You can do like
it's
everybody
the wheel
else
now?
is doing.
I
Yeah, it's the wheel. You can't even figure out where you are.
hate the
You have
wheel.
no idea how much XP you have.
Okay, maybe I'll stay on the ground. I'll just bring you in when I need to talk about space. Alright, I'm finishing up on the House Comments chat just to get it out of the way.
Okay.
I think overall we agree. If they would just find a way to get better questions in, whether it's from the people showing up or from the people screening the questions. I don't know, not so much a problem of some of the questions that got through, but the multiple times sometimes, questions do get through at times. But we're done with that.
Did Pre-CU come up?
Pre-CU did not come up.
That's amazing.
Well, it did. Somebody said that they were, that they haven't played since, I believe, pre-CU, and they were going to come back and want to know what people would get for coming back, like credits or something. Which was a completely useless question. I don't know why that got through.
Yeah, what would you get?
They should just take free Kasaka questions in the future. I'm going to put in that suggestion. That's what we should do. We should have a House of Commons chat, like, live on the air with these guys. People could call in and ask questions. It would be like they could do instead of traveling to do the community summits, they could do it right here on the show.
Can you imagine the prank calls?
Oh, I know, it'd be great.
That'd be great.
Yeah, but just imagine how much money they would save without having to fly people out there and feed us. And I saw the people at the summit, and I could see how much they could eat. I'm sure the bill wasn't cheap.
Galaxy spans are scary. They're either really fat or really skinny.
Wow, we're already to what we're looking forward to in Publish 28. Flip, this was kind of your thing.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to?
Well, not really something I'm looking forward to, but I've had those cybernetic arms just sitting out in my house, wondering if I was ever going to use them, because at one point it was a good idea, I thought. It would have been nice for those to have a real good ability, but they're bringing those back in this Publish, and I got a little download if you want me to share it.
Okay.
All right. Well, the cybernetics going to be now fully functional. The cyborg armor arm will provide armor values if you're wearing a bicep and bracer armor. The cyborg strength arm, right-click for strength and stamina bonus. That will be in effect for 1 minute. This ability may be used every 10 minutes. The cyborg lightning arm, right-click for damage bonus. This ability may be used once every 6 minutes. It'll also have a process effect that may give an additional bonus when used with a melee weapon. The cyborg revive arm will revive your character. That ability may be used once every 30 minutes. The sure shot arm will be for range damage bonus, and the ability will be used every 4 minutes. And the critical snipe arm for range damage bonus will be used every 10 minutes. And I think that is it on the cyborg arms.
So that's like your big thing. That's what you're looking forward to, is getting those back.
No, that's not my big thing. But I was looking forward to using those when I first got them because I thought it was a really good idea. And I wish, well, it'd been nice if you could wear clothes over them, but you can't. Because I wanted to hide the fact that I was wearing them.
Did they fix the death limbs that you got when you cloned? The cybernetics you got when you cloned, the ones that look kind of like a piece of a Terminator or something.
Yeah. I've never even had those ever before.
I had them once. I got the legs. They're actually pretty cool.
I thought the legs looked awful. Like when I saw pictures, I never got the legs, but it just looked funny seeing people with the cybernetic legs.
Look good if you're wearing silver. Other than that, it look like crap. Sony can't make look good looking cybernetics. I don't know why.
They should make arms like no, they shouldn't make arms like Anakin's in Episode 2. That I don't understand the reason why his arm looked like that, but
That'd be iconic. Come on.
You are now banned.
Oh no, I just said it too. Damn.
Actually, you know what, Ferric? There was actually something I was looking forward to, and it was about the schematics. There was the campfire schematic. I want to see what that looked like when you made it, but I guess there was a problem with it, and in the new publish here, they're going to be fixed. And anybody that has a campfire schematic now, if you got one before the publish, you might as well sell it or delete it because it's not going to be any good. You have to find one after the publish to use and make. Those and the bubble tank schematics will be craftable.
Sweet. Of course, I got a ton of stuff that I probably won't be able to use, but I'll just have to go out and kill some more mocks on Dantooine. Alright, my thing that I'm looking forward to in Publish 28, and it's probably what a lot of people are going to be looking forward to, is the PvP bounties. I'm admitting it right now. As soon as this goes live, I am respecing the bounty hunter, and I'm going to go out and get my ass kicked by people as I try to collect bounties on their heads. I think this is going to be a fun little thing to add to the game, and I don't know, I'm just really looking forward to getting out there and just blasting away when I can.
I can't wait to hear about the safe houses again.
Safe
You've
houses?
never been a...
Yeah, that's going to be back, because I don't think the TF timer applies to the bounties anymore. People are going to be running into their houses. I don't know if the NG, if you'd even have a battle last that long.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get the jump on somebody, you should be able to take them out pretty quick.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to I know I'm going to get my ass kicked. Being on Bloodfin, I've seen the way these people battle, and I'll be dead quick.
Just don't attack Commando.
Yeah. Lava cannon.
I love that thing.
You guys suck.
Well, I can't wait. I want to get my hooker to be a freaking Commando. I want to be like Sigourney Weaver.
Commando hooker.
I can admit, I went Commando just in Publish 27 to say I was going Commando. It was like a good 5-minute joke.
I'm going Commando!
Yeah, and then I got there, I'm kind of like, okay, out of respect. Oh well.
I still have about 5 left, so I'm good.
I burned through them.
I respected Jedi. I thought I was going to play Jedi, and I was that for about 2 days. I didn't even craft a lightsaber, and then I respect a smuggler, and that's what I currently am. And then when 28 comes out, I'll be a bounty hunter.
I'm just stupid. I wasted them. I thought I'd never want to do anything else other than be Jedi, and then I just kind of like respected the image designer a couple of times just to fix my hair. I like wasted 6 of them just fixing my hair, and then that was it.
Well, it's funny. Gyron has a second alt that's a master image designer, and he will activate him his alt just to change his fins. Like, oh, my scales aren't leaning the right way. I'm going to spend $15 to reactivate this guy so I can tilt them the right way. Which I will have some news on Gyron later in the show.
Nice. And you know what? I was logging in one of my characters. I hadn't logged in in a while, and I noticed that, like in chat right now, when you log in, the world chat, it keeps on reverting back to the beginning rather than the last thing that happened. And I noticed that Gyron logged in, and I was like, wait a minute. I thought, he's back. Okay, cool. But it was back till March 12th, and no, he didn't.
Got all excited, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Gotta scroll down.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we have left? I'm the only one with show notes, so only I know. Kind of went over Publish 28 real quick. Friday feature. This week's Friday feature is Duty Calls. And this is just their idea of giving us some hints on where we should go PvP. The 10 exciting new PvP hotspots, which I didn't know these were exciting new PvP hotspots, but are the Agrilet Swamp on Corellia, scroll down, Theed City, the Temple of Exarchun, Imperial Prison on Dathomir, the Rebel Base on Corellia, the Great Masaisi whatever Temple on Yavin, the Great Maze of Lok, I think you know where that is, National City on Talus, the Abandoned Rebel Base on Dantooine, Chemoglia Town on Lok, and that's it. Now, it would be nice if they kind of spruced up the areas a bit to prepare for this, the amazing PvP that's going to take place.
Yeah, it'd be nice if, like, all of them were accessible. Because I know, like, the Kern Temple, like, Imperials can't even get in there. That's a Rebel theme park thing. There's a couple of them that aren't, like, accessible to your faction.
Or, like, even if they just had stuff going around with, like, NPCs coming in and, like, attacking or something on a semi-regular basis. Just to spruce up the environment, but...
It might work better to, like, go over wherever you want. There was no recruits there, so that was all kind of a deterrent.
Well, I did notice
places.
that on Dantooine, they're going to be adding a Rebel recruiter to the abandoned Rebel base on Dantooine, so when the war breaks out, I bet you a lot of people, Rebels, will be going there.
We'll kill them. They will be
destroyed. I like the Agrilet swamp area, with it being all hazy and swampy-like.
That's that's the first place I ever went into a PvP battleground. And I didn't know what to do. I was trying to hook up with some buddies, and I actually ran through there and had to pick my side, and I picked Imperial, and I ran through there, and I didn't notice. I didn't know what I was doing. But that was back in the day.
Well, we'll have Battlegrounds back, hopefully. Now with more grief.
What publishes that?
I think it's 32. My computer's like running extremely slow if all this open, so I can't even tap.
Okay, well I think that kind of wraps it up for the stuff that we wanted to talk about, so let's go to some Q&A. See, the first one, what are our thoughts about I'm not going to ask that one on the air at the moment. I'll save that one for the after show. Should have read it thoroughly before I started. See, how come in the House of Common chats the devs stated that they changed some things due to player feedback, but did not change CU or NGE due to player feedback? I'm upset about that again. Well, I think the NGE and the CU were more attempts at fixing a broken game, and why go back to something that was broken? Josh, I mean, what are your thoughts on the whole CU, pre-CU, NGE debate?
Oh god, I don't want to.
Do you want to plead the fifth on this one?
I liked every system so far. Admittedly, the NGE was pretty crappy when it came out. I liked a lot of the memories I have of the pre-CU are very nostalgic, so I think that contributes to people liking it a lot more. I mean, if we went back there, it would be great to have that back, but I think we'd probably get tired of it. I know there's a lot of emulators out there. People are going to have that back for themselves. I'm happy with the game the way it is now. I think a lot of the changes were needed. Try not to say iconic here.
The NGE really, I mean, I think the main thing it did is, didn't they really rewrite the combat system?
They did. They
the issue
threw out the old engine.
The issue they were running into, from what I've read and everything, is that the old code, there's like so many problems where if you tried to add something new to it, you were more than likely going to break something in the system.
Well, that was the big thing. It was something they didn't do right. When they got it coded, they had it done by a freelance team because it was such a big game. I mean, that's where World of Warcraft came in better. So they did it in-house. But Star Wars Galaxy was freelancely done, and then they didn't give them the tools to develop the game beyond what was already in there. So, like, you know, the CU came out, and that was an attempt. That was like a real stab at it, but that didn't work out. And the NGE it's obviously been in development longer than the combat upgrade was. And that was just their attempt to throw out everything and start over me. Look, it took us a year to get the Deathwatch bunker, and now we're getting level 90 content quests coming out every publish. Which speaks to the fact this engine is a lot more efficient, but I don't think it's superior.
I'm really looking forward to when they get the instance engine done that they're working on right now, where they can start churning out the stuff for like large-scale instances faster.
Yeah. I wish I had instanced Deathwatch Bunker.
They talked about that at the Indie Summit. They had mentioned
Oh,
that
did
they said it's something that they could look into. But they have to get this engine done first, and then they were thinking about going back and maybe making some of this stuff instanced.
Yeah. I like that if there was like a kick-out timer or something. Like you can currently lock out the Deathwatch Bunker, which if you go to the foreman room, which contributes to a lot of the camping, if you had to like make your way back in every time you logged in, that'd be a lot better.
Well, I even think now, does everything in the Deathwatch Bunker attack, or does it follow the if you're a higher level, it won't attack you?
No, everything attacks her. Everything's there around 88 or 90.
Okay.
Everything but the miners. They're actually the way people get away. They just in-cap you, so when you're screwed, like you're being chased by battle droids, you just kick one of the miners. They'll in-cap you and you'll be fine.
And that's the Tuesday tip.
Yeah, God. I just probably screwed everybody over more.
Somebody mentioned that the heal costs for non-medics for Published 28 have been cut to 2K from 6K. Of course, I wonder how that affects with the commando and the medics and the whole commandos don't use action for their specials. And
yeah, that.
What's that?
We're good like that. We only have like one special. It's a great.
Well, I was thinking that seems like an idea that it was a good idea when they thought of it because they were going to give everybody heavy weapons, and they're like, well, we just won't charge commandos action special. They'll have their own, plus we won't charge them action when they use them. And then they decided, well, no, we're going to give like all the major ones to commandos, but now they're still not using action, and any other class has to use their action for their specials, and it just seems like a bit of an imbalance right now.
Yeah. We're going to get the nerf back, don't worry.
It's hitting with 28, you haven't tested, so you don't know what they've done, or...
No, I feel ashamed. I haven't really tried Published 28 on Test Center.
Bad Senator.
I've been too busy making money on live. My biggest fear is I'm going to grind out a character on Test Center. It's going to get erased. I figure I'll just go make one of Bloodfin instead.
You can join our guild. The TTR
I get a Wookiee
guild.
on Bloodfin.
What's that?
I got a Wookiee on Bloodfin.
Yeah, we don't take Wookiees. Anything but Wookiees.
It's an albino woman Wookiee. It's really cool.
No. Moving on to the next question. I'm mad. I'm just trying to look it through real quick. Why don't we try to take a call? I'm going to get Dukas to take that. I'm actually going to pause the show now, so I don't have to edit later.
Okay, who?
Nicole, you there?
No, this is Narkill.
Oh, Narkill, how's it going?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What's up? What do you want to talk about this week?
Nothing really. Just that, this stupid, House of Commons chat. That was the same stuff we heard it ended. Rehashed again, same stupid questions. But the only upside to the same questions is that hopefully it hammers into their head what people want.
What are some of the things that you thought were brought up that the devs really should pay attention to in the chat?
Basically give Trader and Entertainer the attention they need first, and quit playing games with Jedi and Bounty Hunter all the time, and Commando. Hopefully they threw people a cookie with that one on the side. Yeah,
but with the combat's really the driving force of the game. And I understand, the traders and entertainers need their thing, but
yeah, they don't have a plan for entertainers and traders. That's why it's 6 months away at best. I mean, that's the flat out story with that. They've got 50,000 different people giving them different ideas.
They have the idea for trader. That's totally relying on the reverse engineering. I'll agree with you though. The entertainers, I'm lost on what you could give them.
Yeah.
I mean, cloning sickness is like a bone to throw their way. But
yeah, I mean, give them that and give them XP bonuses again, just like they had, their whole thing is why we can't implement CU and stuff. Okay, you got to recode it. Well, they're giving us everything back. It's just taking forever, and they're making the game as they go. Is what's going on.
Right. But a lot of this stuff, I mean, it's not like they're just turning stuff back on. They're completely recoding stuff to fit into the new system.
Exactly. But I hope the the reverse engineering is worth something. I hope there's components that drop from people, that can be sold.
It basically boils down
people,
to, reverse engineering hits crafted items will be better than looted items, and I think that's what a lot of the crafters wanted.
Yeah, it's what drives the economy. That and the new speeders. While the player behaves.
Oh, man.
So we made some crappy speeders out of Clown Town on radio. We, I think you could pull them like 4 times before they blow up on you. But they were the cheapest, so, get what you pay for.
Exactly.
I had them all the time, Always had a spare.
Alright, Narkill, I'm going to let you go so I can move on to the next caller.
Yes, get someone who has actually something to say.
Okay, we'll talk to you later.
Later.
Okay, now we have Cactus joining us. Cactus, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm still trying to actually recover from last weekend because...
You're still having issues?
Oh, dude. You know how the children wait for no man to sleep. They just get up when they get up.
I thought about sending an email to Sony or in LA and telling them that they had to reimburse me for a couple weeks worth of my gym membership because of how much I ate while I was out there. And I thought it was going to take me a while, but by Wednesday I was under the weight that I had started, before. So I was good. I'm fully recovered now and caught up on sleep.
I still say we should have complained about the Mountain Dew quicker. I was like sitting there going, Mountain Dew, where's Mountain Dew? No! Somebody gives Mountain Dew. That was the best part of that, though. But I've gotten some sleep. You sound like you're doing a lot better. So it was fun. I liked it. It was great. Gosh, I actually had a point of calling in and it went right out of my head. But no pink and orange Wookiees entertainers in your guild? No.
I think we can make a special, exemption for you.
Okay.
You and Josh you'll be the 2 Wookiees.
Alright. And then I got like I got a Solicent too. That's respected, or not respected, but still has respects, but is I think a master shipwright, so.
Cool.
Not that I have any resources. But no, I don't know, the chats and everything, I've read them, it's just, I've now reached the point with the summits and stuff of information overload. So it's like, okay, I understand that you're wanting to do stuff. Please go do it.
Yeah, at this point, it's like, how much more information can they give us? I mean, until it gets to the point that they're ready to start revealing details, like publish 29. Okay, well, we know about 28. 28's about to come out. Now publish 29. There's nothing more that we can know until they actually want to start releasing details of what they're doing.
Right.
And I think a lot of that we have to wait till E3 for that.
Yeah, unfortunately. Now, I remember that you put up something on the forum about trying to get people into TC. Did you get a chance to check out the test center?
I hopped on, I respec to Bounty Hunter, went 90, and I haven't been back on since. And I got a Bark Speeder.
Oh, so they do have the frogs?
Yes.
Alright, I might go do that. I swore after JTL and original bait testing game I wasn't ever going to go back on and test that stuff anymore, but if they got froggies where I don't have to like sit there and do everything forever, it might not be that bad.
And that's why, I hope if we can get a few of us out there testing this stuff while it's on Test Center and helping get bugs report, just to try to do our part to make things a little bit better for everybody.
Yeah, and I think it should also be said that the great idea about the bug wiki, everybody out there get to helping. The more information we have for everybody else and get Fruit to show stuff or send stuff to Rogue 5, maybe the more fixes we'll get in, the more better the game will be.
And Solon's really pissy about the bug wiki, so if you go on there and you put racist comments like people have been, he will IP ban you. Just let you know that right at the start.
Well, Now, are we talking about game race? Because if you're talking about real world races, then I obviously not going to participate in that. But if I can't make fun of a Twick every once in a while, I just don't know.
Well, you can make fun of them on the forums, just not in the bug wiki. How about that?
Okay.
But I think some of this stuff was actual real life race.
Oh, then yeah, that's some silliness that you shouldn't have to deal with. I don't know. I thank you guys, and I'm sorry that my wife won't be awake to make fun of me later.
Damn, ruins the after show.
Yeah, but I'll call back and say hi. I look forward to seeing you guys in game, and thanks for the show.
All right, talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, seems like we've lost Galactic Senator Meat Puppet, also known as Josh, for this show only. He's not responding, and we don't know if he fell asleep. He was having computer issues, so we'll wait and see. Okay, we'll take a couple more of the questions that people have sent in through Dukas. You're not Solon, you're Dukas. And then we'll wrap the show up. Short show this week, makes up for the long show last week. What use will the weapon retrofitting be if all weapons crafted of the same cap restart later have the same relative stat cap? Well, I think we're going to run into stat caps for the different weapons. It's going to be kind of like it was CU. I have a feeling. It's just right now all the damage is based off your level. So whether you have like a crap CDEF or you have one of the better rifles in the game, you're going to do like the same damage. What this is going to do is it's going to pull the damage off of your character, put it more on the weapon, so the better weapon you have, you're going to do more damage. You're going to have your stat caps, that's going to happen, but it's just pulling, so you can like switch weapons and do different kinds of damage with different amounts of damage. I believe that's what they're trying to get at. I'm looking.
And that's published 29, right? Not 28.
Yes, that is 29, the weapon retrofitting. And it looks like we've run out of questions. Slow week. All right. Well, I guess I can move on. Since I covered the questions, we could talk a little bit about Gyron. I've contacted him this week, and he is in the process. He's getting ready to move, which he's been saving his money, and that's why he hasn't bought a new power supply yet. But he's looking into getting a power supply, and hopefully he will be back on the show soon, in the next couple of weeks. Of course, we have Flipside, who's a co-host currently. Flip will continue to be part of the show. He'll be on here with us. We'll make it more of a trio. If Guy wants to be on, and that way, in case anything happens at last minute, say like Flip can't get online because his internet's out, or Gyron can't get online, we are not scrambling at the last second. So I'm really looking forward to that. Are you excited about Gyron's possible return?
Yeah, I can't wait to speak to him. I haven't spoken to him for a while now. So I would like to hear what his thoughts are, especially coming into a game that he hasn't been playing for a while.
Yeah, he was really excited about the expertise system. That's something that really caught his eye. He's been kind of watching what's been going on from work. So,
well, hopefully he doesn't wait till publish 30 for that to actually happen.
Right. Especially since it's only Jedi and Bounty Hunter. Who just breathed into the microphone?
Sorry, that was me.
Oh, you're back. You're back.
Yeah, Microsoft blue screen me.
Oh man, we'll talk about that in the after show. We're just
okay.
We're busy wrapping up right now. Did you want to give any final thoughts on this week?
No, it was 420 week. That's about it.
Yeah, National Bake Off Day.
Yeah.
Somebody posted that's Adolf Hitler's birthday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh man, what's evil then?
Yeah, 420 is Adolf Hitler's birthday, the anniversary of Columbine, I believe. All sorts of things on that day.
Man, what a rotten day.
I know. And for, everyone else, on next Sunday, the 30th, it will be the 61st anniversary of Adolf Hitler killing himself. So,
I thought he died a couple of years ago in Argentina.
I thought it was Brazil. Or
that general shot him.
But, yeah. Okay, what I want to talk about with the contest, some exciting new things I want to add to the show. I don't know exactly where I'm going to go with this, because I haven't totally thought it out, so I'll probably start a post on our forums to try to get pick people's brains. But the nice people at LucasArts are sending me a nice goodie box of items, kind of like some of the Summit shirts and that and some other things, and to give away to all of you. And for that, I just had to sell my soul and promise that I would never complain about anything in Galaxies again. No, I'm kidding. I really, they've given me no restrictions, so I don't want you to think that I'm, besides the Kool-Aid that I drank at the Indie Summit, I'm not under their control. They've just been nice enough. They appreciate what we do, trying to get the fans' voice out there and heard. So they're hooking me up with some items that I can pass on to you guys. So I figured it'd be fun. We'll make some sort of contest out of it. I don't know exactly what we're going to do yet. I'll probably have one thing for live, one thing for the people who download the show. But we'll just play around. We'll see what happens. Should be fun. I don't know, you guys have any ideas on what an interesting contest could be?
Who can go the longest without saying pre-CU?
For the win.
That lasts all 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll work on that and we'll see what we have coming up.
Ooh, scavenger hunt, that's a good idea.
Ooh, there we go.
You could have scavenger hunts too with the event coordinators.
Hey, that might be something. Well, of course, I wouldn't want to limit it just to the people on Bloodfin.
TC's a good place.
Hey.
You don't need a combat character.
Man, we're going to have to make you an official part of the show the way you throw out ideas. It takes us a long time to think of stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd like to say I took credit, but I was reading the chat. Stenton said it.
Don't.
Cheater.
Okay, I'm going to wrap up the show now for this week. Josh, I want to thank you for stopping by.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Flip side, as always, you've been a wonderful co-host. You've been kind of silent in the background, but that's what we like out of you.
Yeah, I got one little comment to make, a little off note. Milk and Eggs will be dropping his creature loot.
Sweet.
Yes, I know, I had to throw that out there.
Everybody is thrilled now.
You can't milk anymore, can you?
No, you can't.
Oh,
Although you get the option in the radio dial, but you always spook the creature.
So NPCs aren't going to be dropping milk anymore?
They will
like
be
mad?
Well, it just they say that on creature loot.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, Dukas, thank you for modding the chat rooms. It's been a lot quieter this week.
Oh, yes. Thank you, people.
I want to thank everyone who showed up to listen to the live show. We appreciate having you guys there, being in chat, adding. If I didn't get to your questions, I apologize. I'm just a bad host. Thanks to Narkill and Cactus for calling in. Appreciate that. As always, if you have any questions for us, you can email us at thegalaxyreport@yahoo.com. That's a good way to get in touch with us, and I'm sorry if I don't get back to your emails right away. I have a bad habit of forgetting about stuff. I can't get to that email from work, so that kind of takes away from my answering email time. But you can always PM me on our forums, and I usually get back to those a lot quicker. We have our donation buttons. We have the $2 a month if you want to subscribe to the show. We also have the one-time donation for whatever you see fit, whatever you think we're worth. We appreciate every penny that comes in. It helps us do the live show, and it helps keep the website up and the shows hosted so you can download them. On that note, I think that just about wraps it up, so we will see you all next week.
Hey noobs, I'm gonna toy like own you noobs. Cause I own you, like I own you like pretty hard and stuff, right? I'm gonna give you some spanks, just like you're like Kyle, and you suck ass at all the games you try to play. Cause I own you like pretty hard and stuff, right? Nice, own you, I own you like you're like somebody's mom trying to play the games. I own you, is that on? I don't think, I will own you sometime. maybe when we play the game. Noobs, I just kinda wanna let you know that I totally own you, and you may think that maybe one day maybe I won't anymore, but that's wrong. I'm always gonna own you, 'cause I'm the owner. It's just what I do. I own you like pretty hard stuff, right? Oh, you want some of that? You're someone's mom. Oh, you're begging for the mercy now. I'm gonna give you some spanks, 'cause you're a total noob, and you'll suck ass at every game you try to play.